for today is all about mean value theorem. The mean value theorem states that if a function or f is continuous on the closed interval a and b and differentiable on the open interval a and b, then there exists a point c in the interval a and b such that f prime c is equal to the function's average rate of change over a and b. Suppose f of x is a function that satisfies both the following. Number 1. F of x is continuous on the closed interval a and b. Number 2. F of x is a differentiable on the open interval a and b. Then there is a such number c such that a, c, b, and f prime number c equals c x equals f of b negative f of a over b minus a, or f of b negative f of a equals f prime number c times b minus a. Note that the mean value theorem doesn't tell us what c is. It only tells us that there is at least one number c that will satisfy the conclusion of the theorem. Also note that if it weren't for the fact that we needed Rolle's theorem to prove this, we could think of Rolle's theorem to see that just assume that f of a equals f of b, and then the result of the mean value theorem gives the result of Rolle's theorem. Now, if we draw the second line connecting a and b, then we can know that the slope of the second line is f of b negative f of a over b minus a. Likewise, if we draw in the tangent line to f of x at x equals c, we know that its slope is f prime c. It tells us is that these two slopes must be equal, or in other words, the second line connecting a and b and the tangent line x equals c must be parallel. So this is a draw. So the red is f of x and the blue is the second line. And b equals b f of b, then a equals a f of a. The first thing that we need is the equation of the second line that goes through the 2 points a and b as shown above. This is y equals f of a plus f of b negative f of a over b minus a times x minus a. G of x equals f of x negative f of a plus f of b minus f of a over b minus a times x minus a equals f of x minus f of a negative f of b minus a over b minus a times x minus a. G prime of x equals f prime of x negative f of b negative f of a over b minus a. G of a equals f of a negative f of a negative f of b minus f of a over b minus a. A minus a equals f of a negative f of a equals 0. G of b equals f of b negative f of a minus x equals f of b negative f of a over b minus a. B minus a equals f of b negative f of a negative f of b negative f of a equals 0. 0 equals g prime of c equals f prime of c negative x equals f of b negative f of a over b minus a. F prime of c equals f of b negative f of a over b minus a. And that's all. Thank you.